Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. BTM here, bringing you match number 89 in my narrated Age of Empires 3 match. This is a 1v1. I'm playing in French as blue. I'm playing vs a British in red, who is down at the south of the map. I'm kind of at the northwest, so he's kind of in the southwest as well. We're both kind of conjugated on this side of the map, although I realize I just spoiled that because you guys don't know where he is, and you might be assuming he's on the other side, but spoiler alert, he is in the southwest. I'm in the south north. No, that'd be a oxymoron. I'm in the northwest, and as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, even after 3 months of being away, I will still come and butcher my words and mangle them as hopelessly as only BigThunderMan can. But I do appreciate all the love I get. I do appreciate all the messages, all the where are you, the comebacks. It means a lot, and it's the reason why I'm back. People like you are the reason why I'm back, and not the reason why I don't sleep at night and I lock my doors. Kidding, jokes aside. Either way, I don't really know how to play French, so as you can see, I'm kind of looking around, figuring things out. I really don't play with French, and part of the reason why I haven't really played with French that much is because I used to be, and I started out strongly as a treaty player. If you guys remember when the War Chiefs came out back in 2007, which is 7 years ago, can we have a moment just to think about how old we all are? But when the War Chiefs came out and they introduced Treaty 40, I was hooked. I hook, line, and sinker. For me, fighting with massive amounts of units was always going to be way more fun than fighting rush games. And so I spent the next 4 or 5 years only playing treaty. But as you guys know, French is considered overpowered in treaty. So I barely ever played French. And by barely ever, I mean I never played French. It was just, I was too prideful in myself to play French in treaty because I'm like, I'm better than all those losers. So screw that. I'm going to play everything else. So then when I switched back to Rush, I guess French was a one civilization. I feel like I haven't really played with much yet, so we're bringing you some French. Now, I do know that French are supposed to A, age up with 14 villagers, and B, get the hunting dog upgrades immediately. And as you can see, I'm sitting at, or floating on 260 pieces of wood, but I don't really have the coin for it. I didn't really want to take the time to gather the coin just yet. So I'm going to sit on it for a while and just see what happens. I'm going for that coin treasure. Like I said, my hope, I didn't say, but my thought process was, well, if I get a good coin treasure, 30 coin, 20 coin, I can gather the remainder of the coin and then get the hunting dogs upgrade and do everything like I should. But that didn't quite work out that way because I didn't find a convenient coin treasure early on. And here I am almost ready to age up, and I'm just about to get a coin treasure. I haven't even put up a market, but as you guys know, I have an aversion to building markets. Markets are for losers, and if you guys do know BTM, you know that BTM, why are you so noob? I may be a noob, but I don't like to lose, so no market for me. Jokes aside, I will build a market this game, and gasp, I will buy an upgrade. I know, right? Some things never change, rest assured about that. But as you can see, gonna be trying to eat these deers, and this is actually just kind of this stupid mental thing for me. I hate the idea of leaving animals to decompose, so I was going to literally leave a Coeur de Bois on each of those herdables just so they weren't laying there decomposing without any benefit from them. Now I put that market there, which was really stupid. It doesn't really block anything. It doesn't create any pathing issues for enemies coming in. It doesn't help me with the line of sight. It was really just oh, I can put a market here, which I guess is kind of one of the ways you can see how rusty of a player I am. And by the way, I am so rusty this game. Please do not get mad at me, but this will be a cringe-worthy affair to watch. Just keep your pants on. But if you've already seen all the idle villager seconds, forgetting where my scout is, leaving my explorer idle, having people walking around, a poor build order, I mean, just from top to bottom, not a well-played match by me. But not that you necessarily expect well-played. I think you generally expect general competence, but well, let's not get too demanding of me in this game here. Now, as you can see, I'm currently scouting around. He's British, so I'm expecting manor boom. I'm expecting a lot of annoying kind of blobbing all over the map from him with tons of settlers. And I picked my deck for this game. That was my musketeer deck, but in hindsight, well, I got to about to this point, I was like, maybe I should go not with musketeers, but maybe I should instead use pike and X-bow. Why not? Because I mean, if I go musketeers and he goes longbow, I'm really in trouble. But if I go Pike Expo and he goes anything, I'm pretty much fine. So that was my plan. So here comes my dual barracks, which is apparently the thing you do as French. I learned that from watching some of Interjections videos. I know you're all subscribed to him, so I'm not even going to bother to plug him. Dual barracks is a thing French apparently do. They can pull it off. I was unaware of this. I play so much Russian. You know, the single block house on the corner of their town is very much what I'm used to. I'm going to be building some houses here, though, trying not to pop myself. And then I sent for a Courrier de Bois. And I know that all the good players who are watching me right now are cringing. And my air conditioning just kicked on. If you can hear it, please accept my sincerest apologies. All the good players are cringing right now. They're saying, oh my god, BTM, send the 700 wood. Why do you know send 700 wood? It's like you don't know this game, BTM, you so noob. But the reality is, I wanted a better economy. I figured, alright, I send 700 wood, I make a batch of units, whatever. If I get those 4 Courrier de Bois, my economy is just that much better. And I don't know, I just decided, hey, I'm going to go with the 4 Courrier de Bois. I can send 700 wood as my third shipment, be a little bit stronger early on. I don't know, it's just the way I'm playing French, because remember, Courrier de Bois I believe is equal to 1.25 settlers, so 4 Courrier de Bois is actually equivalent to 5 settlers. I don't know, I just have this thing where I like economic cards. I like my 2 towers, I like my Courrier de Bois, and here we find out he's putting down fishing boats. And if that was the worst narration right there, like it just was this awkward Courrier de Bois to fishing boats thing, my apologies. And by fishing boats I mean docks. Yes, he's putting down docks. So this guy is pretty cheeky, just fish booming right on the middle of the map. Now the problem is each dock is 200 wood. So if I can get these down, he's in major trouble. Like he just lost that investment. And I'm going to be able to definitely take them down. Now I looked here about putting down a friendly tower on the lake, but it wasn't going to be possible. But that's okay, because while I'm taking the time to burn down these docks, I'm taking the time to build up my massive Expo Pike. Now the point of Expo Pike is have Expo to do all the range damage, the pikemen to protect them from Hussar. Step 3, profit. You know what I mean? It's a very, very classic. It's a classical combination that's been around since vanilla, and it's something I've never really used, to be honest. I don't really use Expo Pike. Now, I'm sure if I watched through my video archive, and I'm sure there's people in the comments who could tell me, be like, oh no, you use Expo Pike in this video and that video and the other. But for the most part, Expo Pike has never been one of my bread and butter strategies. I've always done other things instead of Expo Pike. Now notice here I'm coming into this town to attack him. I am going to go for the tower first. Even though the other buildings can make units, the tower is doing damage continually, so I'm very, very orientated on stopping him. Now, unfortunately, my pikemen kind of get caught walking around the circle of the building, like, what the heck? But then he kind of runs away and doesn't really capitalize, so I am going to be able to get my Expo to kind of narrow their fire down on those musketeers, and I am going to be able to take down that tower. But it was really kind of a big arduous case of keep my units doing what they're supposed to. And I look away in combat a lot. I noticed that this video while playing, or I noticed this game match while playing, that I tend to kind of, while I'm supposed to be fighting and should be looking, I tend to look at my economy and think, well, he's looking there, he'll take care of it, which is, it's absolutely horrendous logic. Notice, by the way, that I'm floating over 900 food and 300 wood, but it's okay because I'm going to be funneling it into Expo and Pike shortly. And I gotta say, French are so strong. Why do I not play more French? Courrier de Bois are OP, man. But as you can see, most of his units are down. I'm going to go down for the barracks next and then the town center. And we really have this massive mass. I mean, I think the boats really kind of caught him off guard. And I almost feel bad for him because he kind of got unlucky there. If he had built his dock on the other side or had spawned on the other side, I would have completely missed the fact that he was boat booming, and this would have been a very different dynamic because I'd be attacking his town, but he'd still be pumping out fishing boats and probably be pretty strong. Although, you know what? Maybe it wouldn't have been that different of a dynamic because British players tend to boom with manor houses anyway, so maybe building fishing boats, which cost wood, isn't the same profitability margin. I mean, I don't know. maybe I don't know how British boat booming works in like with manor houses. I play too much Russian, guys. I play Russian when I want to play Age of Empires for fun. Russian and Dutch, and lately I've been sucking with Dutch. I lost like 6 games in a row with Dutch. I tried to play today. I had some time. I didn't want to be studying. I was like, oh, I'll procrastinate for a while. So I was like, oh, I'll play some Dutch. Yeah, it was a disaster. But as you can see here, the game's pretty much over. We took out his town center. We are going to have to mop him up, and it is going to be a mop up, but it's more or less over at this point. There's not much he can do to avoid it, and he'll resign very, very shortly. So I hope this game has been somewhat enjoyable for you. I'm sorry if it was not the most competitive game in the world. We're going to get back in the swing of things and hopefully not have another 3 months absence. As you guys know, just being a student and all that, life gets busy. I get distracted, and when I do have many things kind of competing for my attention, YouTube usually is the thing I put to the side. And it's not because I hate you guys, it's because one day I want to make lots of money and be successful, and unfortunately these are sacrifices I have to make. But as he was saying, and I told him in the chat, yeah, it was a very different dynamic because I found his dock where I happened to be rushing from, and I don't know if he didn't, well, I know he scouted me and had seen me, so I think he got a little bit ballsy there, or maybe he just thought he could defend the position. I'm not sure, but either way, me finding the dock really took out 400 wood resources of his early on in the game, and even though he still had a barracks and a stable up, testament to his skill, it was too little too late for him because I was already marching in with a whole land army, no aspirations going to the sea. I completely ignored the sea, and as you can see, a pretty good amount of units, probably not amazing compared to what higher level players can do, but I was actually reasonably pleased with this match, and it was unrated, so there was no love lost for either of us. It was just fun, competitive, good, clean fun. But notice there how long I didn't make villagers. So there's, as always, a tremendous amount of room to make improvement. But it was a lot of fun to play some French. I think I'm going to keep playing some French. And beyond keep playing French, I believe I'm going to keep making some videos for a while. That's right. Videos will keep coming. That I promise you guys. So thank you very, very much for watching. Please leave a like, please leave a comment, please subscribe if you have not already. But before I do go today, I do have a quote of the day, but it's a quote of the day you haven't seen before or even heard of, because it's not from Sun Tzu in the Art of War. It's another quote, and one that I really like. It says, "A farewell is necessary before we can meet again, and meeting again after moments or a lifetime is certain for those who are friends." And that's by Richard Bach. So until next time, my friends, good luck and happy hunting. My name is BTM, and I will catch you guys later. Peace out.